Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation I gave for Atomic Learning at ISTE 2010 in Denver, Colorado, and it's entitled 8 Reasons Why iPads Are Going to Change Education. By way of introduction, my name is Brad Flickinger, and I work as a technology teacher in Bethke Elementary here in Timnath, Colorado, which is a high-tech elementary school. So it's great to be here today and talking to you about the world of iPads. All right, so reason number one that we really think that these are going to change education is the size. They work so great for our young students, and they fit on a desk really well. I don't know if you've ever seen how a full-size laptop fits on a normal student's desk, but there's not very much room left on there for anything else. Where you put an iPad on a desk, there's room for a notebook and maybe even a textbook on there. They're great, and the screen size is really good too. They can type on them well, they can see the pictures well and the videos well. The size just seems to be just perfect. Not too big, not too small. Working out great. All right, the next, weight. Here we have kindergarten students playing with an iPad. It's not too heavy, it's great. And if you've ever watched like a middle school student go off to school with their backpack, you get what I'm saying here. You know, it's not 65 pounds of just textbooks and everything else that students need to haul around. A simple, under 2-pound electronic device here that just is fantastic for students to use, and they really get it and they love it. So the weight factor is so much better than anything we've ever had before, even better than netbooks and laptops. Now, we didn't really see this one coming, but we put it on our list, and that's the coolness. If you want students to embrace a technology, there has to be like a coolness factor to it. Well, students are so drawn to the iPad, and I know it's a bit of the honeymoon phase that we're in, but they absolutely love working with it and playing on it and doing things. And so here they are playing a little game of checkers on the iPad. Now, this I should have put this one on last because this is really the biggest thing that we're seeing, and that's why I took this picture in our media center, is that iBooks on the iPad are really, really great for literacy. Students love reading books on their iPad because they're animated and they can read to you and they can help you with your literacy. All these things we never thought were possible are now possible on the iPad. They can click on words and get definitions to them. They're beautiful to look at, and we're really going to see just a great increase in our literacy with our students because they love to read on the iPads. Now, of course, the apps, the thousands and thousands of apps that are available are going to be amazing. Now, here they are playing a little thing called bubble math, so they're having to figure out what two bubbles add together, I guess, if we look at the screen there, to equal 11. But we're seeing them gain skills in, like, for example, math, that used to take weeks to get a concept. Because when we tried things like adding fractions, and then we gave them an app to do adding fractions rather than their textbook, they picked it up within just moments of doing it rather than the hours and weeks that we normally would spend teaching adding fractions. So we're seeing the apps are just amazing, and there are all sorts of educational apps. I think there are more educational apps than most other categories of apps in the App Store there with Apple. Now, the knockoffs seem a little promising as well. We know that Apple kind of got the head start with the iPad, but we're also seeing that people are really running to keep up, which makes for better products. Apple's going to up their end, and then knockoffs are going to try to keep up, those type of things. So Apple has really set the bar quite high, and so we as consumers and as educators, we're going to reap the benefits of this because we're going to have great products to use. All right, this is also such a great thing, is that the battery life is finally at an acceptable level. For a device to be used in school, having a 1 to 2 hour battery life or 3 hours with like our laptops and netbooks is just not sufficient. You don't have to be running around finding someplace to charge these things. Instead, you can just charge them at night like a cell phone. You use it all day long and then charge it at night. That's what we've been wanting for so many years in education, so that we're not having to run power cords everywhere and kids getting out of their desks to put on a charging station, or someone's battery's dead and someone else is not. You know, this is so great that we're getting easily 8 to 9 hours out of these things and being used so much that we're really, really happy with the battery life. And that's finally is a big game changer when it comes to iPads and education. All right, now of course, the big thing is that anytime you can put the internet in the hands of students, you've got the power that the internet brings. All the research, all the literacy, all the ideas and concepts and videos and educational games, all those things are now within their reach. And of course, they're using a filtered internet in our school, so It's relatively safe, and we're monitoring them, but it's just great because it has the whole world of what the internet offers, which is why this is so much more than just an ebook reader. It is just that much better. So there you have it, the 8 reasons why I believe that iPads are going to change education.